What's up, friends, fellow card collectors? Card Obvious here, and haven't done it off the cuff, especially from the car, for a while. So yeah, let's go ahead and do one. This one's going to be about the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Kind of a retrospective on my vote, because I didn't really explain the channels too well when I did my vote. I kind of just did that little highlight video, what have you. This is Spots back here, by the way. It's my new dog that I got right at the beginning of the year. Just stray, showed up to the house. It's now yeah, officially my dog. He's a good dog though. But yeah, chilling in the back of the car. Surprisingly, he's not, nosing up here all the time, because I got some Chick-fil-A sitting here on the seat. But yeah, so back to the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I'm filming this on the 1st of February, so voting, like, the deadline for voting was last night for the Sports Card Hall of Fame, and there was quite a bit of participation. It was good to see a lot of participation. Kind of came in late, but it's still good to see that people are participating in the vote. And there's actually, quite a few people that I didn't see participate in the vote. But it is what it is. Not everybody can vote. You have to have 1 year on YouTube to vote. And some people just choose not to, which is understandable as well. But yeah, I just want to touch on a few things of that before I go over the channels I voted for and why I voted for them. Number one, there was a video that came out from Sports Card Dad where he kind of, poo-pooed on the Sports Card Hall of Fame, what have you. And, to me, it's really not that big of a deal. I think the biggest hang-up for some people is the fact that it's called Hall of Fame, which I think it was just like, I think because Carlos said this, it's just, it was just kind of bad branding from the get-go. Because it's not really a Hall of Fame per se. It's more of a, Community Choice Awards, what have you. Kids' Choice Awards, Nickelodeon. MTV Viewers' Choice Awards. It's something along those lines, more so than a Hall of Fame. So yeah, I just kind of got, a little tough branding, from the get-go. But, Mike, Baseball Collector, created the whole thing as a, video response contest. He did a video on it, talking about, the origins. I hear some fire trucks. I don't know if they're coming down this way or what. But either way, he created it as a way to find out about new channels. And, that's what it should be, Sure, if you want to shout out Hall of Fame channels because you think they're the best channels, I could understand that. But at the same time, that's not what it was from the get-go. And I think it's bad branding from the start. And where are these sirens going? One second, guys. I want to make sure I'm not getting in the way of anything. Okay, fire truck just went past. Okay, looks like they're going across the street for something. Hopefully everybody's okay. But either way, yeah. So like I said, it's just bad branding from the get-go. It's an off the cuff. That's proof right there. And I didn't script that fire truck. But yeah, like I said, it's bad branding for it to be called Hall of Fame. It should be more of a Community Choice Walk of Fame or something. Because that's what it's about. It's about discovery and appreciation of those channels. And sure, most of us, vote for people we know, people we interact with. But there's votes out there for people that are voting for what they think are the best channels, what they think are the best content. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no rules to who you can vote for. And that's the great thing about it. And that's why I think if you're out there and you're a sports card creator, even if you're a creator in other avenues, actually, no, I think it's narrowed down to sports card creators. But like just in general collectibles, maybe you can put a vote in. It's fun, and every year I discover new channels I've never even heard of before. And some of these channels have pretty big followers. So like last year, specifically Because I'm Carlos, I did not even know Because I'm Carlos was a channel until last year's Sports Card Hall of Fame. The year before that was Brad 8671. That's when I discovered his channel. I'm like, dude, this dude is a Dolphins fan just like me, and has some sick cards. And that was 2 years ago before I discovered Brad 8671. This year, Tan Man Baseball, I think that's what it's called, Tan Man Baseball. I just discovered his channel this year. The dude's got over 1,000 subs. I'd never even heard of him until this year, which is pretty awesome. That's why I enjoy this whole process. So just getting into my votes, that was a little disjointed ramble at the beginning with really no purpose. Just vote. If you're part of the community, you make content over a year, just vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It really doesn't matter who you vote for. I've received some votes this year, and let me tell you something. Like when it comes to getting into the Sports Card Hall of Fame, I could care less, because it really doesn't matter to me. It's cool to have a patch and all that, but I'll tell you what, like, having your name called makes you feel all warm and fuzzy, because most of the people that call your name are people you interact with. And that affirmation, from other YouTubers, from people you engage with, it really does. It's almost like giving a hug to somebody, when you call out their name. When you hear your name called, it's like somebody giving you a hug. And it's really awesome. And it's like I said, I wish I could get votes all year long from y'all. I'm recording a video, Spots. Calm down back there. I wish I could get shout outs all year long and get those hugs. And even if I never get in the Sports Card Hall of Fame, that affirmation is awesome. So I love shouting out channels. I love being shouted out, because it is an affirmation, and it's not a narcissism thing. And I'm sure for some people it is a narcissism theme, but we all need that affirmation that what we're doing means something to somebody, right? And this community, all these shout outs, and you hear the same names over and over again. And for the most part, all the names you hear, it's like not just a vote for their channel, but it's a vote for, they say vote for the channel, not for the person. But I guarantee you 90% of the votes that you see in the Sports Card Hall of Fame are for the person. And because there's a lot of good people in this hobby. There's a lot of people that it's easy to connect with, because they're very likable people. But yeah, that's my ramble on that. Let me get into my votes, why I voted for them, and I'm not going to keep this too long. I've already rambled for 8 minutes. Of course, the fire truck was a whole, had a whole issue there with the fire truck. So I voted for 4-leaf cards. So 4-leaf, the reason I voted for 4-leaf is because 4-leaf is awesome. 4-leaf does a lot of charitable work. I've won a few of his art giveaways. He sent me art out of the blue from nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. And the one I won the giveaway, but then he had sent me another piece of art that he did. Hank Aaron, just out of the blue, just sent it to me, and I'm like, what is this? And it was from 4-leaf, and I was just absolutely amazed. I was blown away by it. When I got it, my dad was still alive, and he was like, oh man, that was really cool. Yeah, and that just shows how big of a heart somebody has, and then when he's opening cards with Little Leaf, and Little Leaf's just getting, just having a blast and loving the bubble wrap and all that, that's just what it's about. It's about enjoying the hobby. And even making YouTube videos is kind of a hobby, It's kind of an add-on to some of us that collect cards, is doing these YouTube videos, and that can be fun. And engaging with other people's content can be fun, and just seeing the fun they have is great. So yeah, 4-leaf cards, collect to connect. It seems to me, from what I get through his videos, he's a very outgoing guy, which is like the opposite of me. I'm a very, curmudgeonly, grumpy guy for the most part. People are like, oh, you're so friendly and nice. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I am outwardly that, but like, I'm kind of a, I'm an introvert. I'm a, get off of my lawn type of person, but I'm not mean about it. You know what I'm saying? I guess, that's the grumpiness that I got from my dad. My dad was a very grumpy guy. Rest in peace, Pops. Still love you. 12 Against Sports and Outdoors, Danny. Another guy with just a big heart. There's a lot of heart on my list. There's a lot of heart on a lot of people's voting list. But 12 Against Sports and Outdoors, Danny. One of the first supporters of my channel. And like, I used to be a big fisherman. I don't fish anymore like I used to. But I used to be huge in the fishing. I used to me and my best friend used to skip school to go fishing in high school, and I don't fish like I used to. I'm not into it like I used to, but I was pretty big into fishing. it wasn't really trophy fishing. I would just fish for whatever I could catch. I grew up in Florida, saltwater fishing, and then I moved to Georgia when I was in middle school, and learned a little bit of bass fishing and catching catfish, freshwater fishing. You know what I'm saying? And then I discovered Danny's channel when I started doing YouTube, and he does sports cards, which I enjoy, and he did fishing, which I enjoy. Um, but uh, but yeah, Danny definitely a huge heart, very generous person. He sent me a box of 89 Donruss, and I found a Griffey in it. I'd been saying for the longest time I never pulled a pack fresh Griffey. I've never had that opportunity when I was a kid to rip open a pack of 89. I had the opportunities, but I never was able to find a Griffey. I never pulled an 89 Upper Deck Griffey. I never pulled an 89 Fleer Griffey. I never pulled the 89 Donruss Griffey, and Danny sent me an entire box of 89 Donruss, and lo and behold, there was a Griffey. It was the first time I ever pulled a Griffey rookie in my life, and it's something I will never forget. And so, thank you, Danny, for that. And it's one of the other reasons why I picked Danny. Also, he hard worker. He supporting a family. He was going to school. He was working and doing YouTube stuff at the same time. Awesome guy, just all together. This feels like I'm going over a ballot again, but my ballot was just a short video highlight thing. Collectorholic. What can I say about Collectorholic? This dude is prolific on commenting on everybody's videos. He does a ton of videos, does a lot of rips. He collects everything, and just the support that he gives out to everybody is awesome. You may discover a channel, and I guarantee you, Collectorholic's already discovered that channel. Guaranteed. You can find a channel, and the channel's got 50 subs. One of those subs is Collectorholic. It is what it is. I mean, Collectorholic's gonna have already left a comment. I don't know how he finds all these new channels all the time. But like you think you discovered a new channel before they even got to 50 subs or 100 subs, but nope. Collectorholic's already left comments on their videos. But yeah, that's why I voted for Collectorholic. Fox Crew Cards. What more can I say about Fox Crew Cards family? They do taste test challenges. They do spicy food challenges. MP and MC Fox have been doing it for quite a few years. We're watching MC pretty much grow up before our eyes, because he's on there all the time. Big Tampa Bay Rays fans. MP Fox is a Rock Crew fan, Hall of Famer. Just an awesome, entertaining channel. Just one of those channels that whenever they release a video, I have to watch it. It's great. It's family fun. It's really awesome, and yeah, definitely check it out. Even if you're not into sports cards, you'll probably enjoy their taste test challenges and their spicy food challenges. Spidey, everything's been said about Spidey. He's the glue of the community. Real big community guy, will support anyone. You jump into a stream and he's going to give you a warm hello. He's probably not the most prolific commenter on videos. He used to be. But he does leave comments, and but especially the live streams are where it's at. He'll shout out any channel. Watch his videos when he's opening a pack of cards. He'll shout out 100, 200 channels, it seems like, in one video, just opening a pack of cards. And he's awesome. He's all about bringing recognition to other people in the community, other content creators. He used to go live from the Citgo, and we'd watch him open Pokemon and everything, at the Citgo, or baseball cards. Just great interactions, a lot of fun. Great guy, Spidey. What more can I say about Spidey? Jeff Airtime, another community guy. Doesn't do as much content as I say he should. So Jeff Airtime, do more content. I'm saying you should do more content. I always mess with Jeff Airtime about him taking months to do an upload. But yeah, love Jeff Airtime, mainly from the Sunday morning trivias. That's like how I got introduced to the cardboard community as a whole. Was Sunday morning. Ambulance is going by now. It's not a good sign. Sunday morning trivia was where it was at. There was just so much going on there. The chat was always hopping, trying to be the fast fingers to get the right answer. And some of those questions were no slouches. They were tough. That's where, there's some smart trivia people out there that I discovered in Jeff Airtime's trivia. Like, I used to think I was a trivia guy, and then like you started getting guys in there like, you know, Adam's Card Closet and even Sports Kids. There's quite a few. Field Guy. Yeah, quite a few of the guys that or gals that went into the chat like would blow me right at some of the trivia. I'm like, I had no clue what that was. But yeah, so that was really kind of like my introduction in the community. Really introduced me to so many new channels, and it was just a staple every Sunday morning. Like, you know, Spidey said in his video, you know, Pepino Man and you know, Jeff Airtime. That was kind of like a Sunday morning ritual. Scott, Reindeer Studios. Scott, you're getting in this year. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen Reindeer Studios name everywhere. You're getting in this year, dude. El Señor Importante is going into, you know, the Club de Importante. Scott, Reindeer Studios, love Scott. I managed to get on his channel early. I ended up winning one of his 11 degrees of separation contest, and he sent me a awesome charcoal sketch of Hellboy. And like, yeah, I was hooked from the get-go on Scott's channel. He was just so friendly, so nice. You know, a lot of times it took a while before you really like kind of saw his face, because it was just like drawings for the most part of the get-go. But very warm guy, great community supporter. You know, Scott's a channel, you know, I think should be at 10,000 subs, because, you know, he's talented and nicest guy in the world. And you know, what more can you say about Reindeer Studios that hasn't already been said? Just listen to his Alexa. That'll tell you all you need to know about Scott. Jimmy Guns. I don't frequent the gun show like I used to. Back in, you know, the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I used to visit the gun show quite often. The summer of 2019, yeah, the gun show was always hopping. You know, if a card went for 20, you know, Jimmy would do a shot. I don't know if you still do that, Jimmy, but yeah, I haven't really interacted with Jimmy too much outside of, you know, the live streams and the and like commenting on his videos every now and then. But just a straightforward guy. You know, you could appreciate that about somebody. You know, you don't have to agree with anybody's politics, anybody's views on anything, but you got to appreciate when somebody's just straightforward and say, you know, this is what I think about it. And, you know, you don't have to, and that's the problem with a lot of social media and stuff, is that, you know, somebody speaks their mind about something, or you know, what their thoughts are on something, and then, you know, somebody else just attacks them for it, and, you know, just straight up attacking. You know, nobody has to see eye to eye on anything. But that doesn't mean you can't be, you know, cordial or communal about it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, you know, vitriol, you know, that gets spread around, you know, on certain videos and all that. And I don't like that. Like, as soon as I see the vitriol starting to come, I don't engage with it, because it's too much negativity. You know, that's one of the main things why I don't really use Twitter anymore, because every Twitter conversation devolves into vitriol at one point. But yeah, so that's why I voted for Jimmy Guns. Let me go ahead and like try to push through this, because I'm at 20 minutes, and this is what an off-the-cuff ramble is all about, I guess. Amish Dave Archer. Amish Dave was a channel I discovered. I think it was during one of the Hall of Fame voting seasons when Mike was running it, because I think it was a rant video that I came across of Amish Dave Archer. It might have been the whole burning card scandal thing. But yeah, I remember it was a rant video. Baseball Collector and Amish Dave were kind of involved in that, and there was a video by Amish Dave, and, you know, I was like, once again, I appreciated the straightforwardness of Amish Dave Archer, and I subbed to him right there at the moment. Like, me and him haven't really, you know, like interacted in live streams all too much. You know, as far as like, you know, leaving comments on channels or anything like that, we really haven't had that much interaction. But, you know, I think he's been on forever. Definitely a channel worthy of, you know, being chosen by the community to get into the Hall of Fame. I hate doing air quotes, but, you know, whatever. All right, last Brad 8671, like I mentioned before, that was a channel I discovered 2 years ago during the Hall of Fame vote. Dolphins fan, pulls, not just pulls, but like gets some ridiculous merino autos, merino patches, Dolphins patches, Dolphins autos. Like, he's got cards that blow my collection out of the water. And yeah, I mean, there's not many of us there's Dolphins fans, but it's not like Steelers fans or Cowboys fans. Y'all are everywhere. You know, but yeah, you don't see many Dolphins collections like that on YouTube. Yeah, there's a few other merino collectors out there that have some nice stuff, but yeah, I remember discovering Brad a couple years ago in the Hall of Fame vote, and definitely decided to put him on my ballot this year because, you know, he's got the longevity and deserves that recognition, deserves that community hug, I should say. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I've been rambling for 20 minutes, and it's actually getting pretty warm out here in Georgia. You know, I know a lot of you are like freezing to death out there across the country, but it's gonna be almost 70 degrees here in Georgia today. Spots, you wanna say bye to everybody? No? Here. There we go. I just crinkle the Chick-fil-A bag and he pops up. So this is Spots, everybody. Probably first time on camera since y'all seen him. Yeah, the new pup. So thank you all for watching, and remember, you can only control two things: it's your thoughts and your actions. So stay positive. Keep supporting each other out there in the community. Keep giving them those shout outs, those hugs, those warm and fuzzy feelings. And yeah, keep collecting cards, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.
Give me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries.